I'm Belinda Sandor, also known as Rocket Girl. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to the Rocket Girl Show. I'm Belinda Sandor, also known as Rocket Girl, and today we're going to talk about how to leverage every day like it's a new year. So I'm thrilled that you're here. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, I'm the founder of the VA Connection, where I coach and mentor aspiring and established virtual assistants to create, grow, and scale their business. And I work with my students in my free online community, the VA Connection, and in my courses and coaching programs. Today, I'm going to be your host for the Rocket Girl Show. This is my weekly live stream show that airs every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. And each episode is packed with useful information about what it takes to be a successful virtual assistant, no matter where you are on your journey. And I'd love to hear where you're coming in from. I can see some of you are here. Hello. So we've got Dana is here. Michelle is here, and it looks like Frederica is here. So welcome, come on in. Today we're going to talk about a few tips to keep you on track, when you're struggling with getting stuff done. So let's dive in, all right? Hello, Jersey's here. Hello, Linda. Okay, so here's the thing I want you to think about. At the beginning of the new year, there's this big thrill, right? It's like fresh start, clean slate, all the things. And it feels like whatever happened in the past can be wiped away with hope and determination and optimism, right? And the feeling that our time is now. And, and we feel like this year's, I'm going to get it right. I can't wait. I'm full of a lot of energy. But then what happens is, we're cooking along, we're doing our thing. And then one day something happens and we get thrown off. It happens, right? We might get sick. Maybe our child gets sick. The car breaks down. The dog has to go to the vet. Like something happens. Nothing major, right? But we get thrown off balance and things become more difficult. Now, at this moment, right, when things are not going according to plan, everything hangs in the balance. And not to be overly dramatic, but it's true, right? It's 100% true. So here's the thing. If your goal is to exercise every day and you miss a day, you have two options. You can cancel your gym membership or you can get back on the treadmill the next day. It's much easier to cancel the gym membership, right? Now, if your goal is to lose 10 pounds and you decide to eat a cookie, you can finish off the box or you can put the cookie box down. Right? You can put them down. And if your goal is to publish an email newsletter, which I'm a huge fan of, to grow your VA business and you miss an issue, you can throw your hands up and you can say, this is too hard. I'm not going to do it. I can't write, blah, 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 blah. Or you can just sit down and do it. So you have to decide because the reality is life happens and circumstances change every single day. Now, to be successful, a better plan is to figure out how to accomplish your goals no matter what happens, right? No matter what happens. So here are a few tips to keep you on track, all right? And mostly what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to the talk in your head when this happens, okay? Because we tend to be hard on ourselves. And instead of saying, I'll do it tomorrow or I'll do it right now, we just start the right? Yeah, Linda says we tend to be harder on ourselves than others when we get off track. That's right. That's 100% right. Okay. So I want you to start fresh every single day. If you moved toward a goal yesterday, great. High five yourself, right? If you didn't, just shake it off and get started. Today's a fresh day. Here I go. All the things, right? Because when we use an artificial fresh start, like New Year's or your birthday or, all the things, it just delays what we're trying to accomplish. And someone just said, I have to stop the chicken chatter. So what I want you to know is the chicken chatter is never going away. It's never going away. So what you need to do is train it to be nice to you, So here's the example. Instead of, I'm such a loser. I didn't get what I was going to do done yesterday. I'm never going to. So Michelle, great. I'm never going to amount to anything. This business is never going to take off. I should look for a job. So you could do that. That would be, one choice. The other choice is today's a new day. Let's get started. What's the most important thing for me to focus on? Let me get myself to my desk, and with a cup of tea or whatever I want to drink, let's put some music on and let's make something happen. Right? So those are your two options. Those are your two options. So you want to definitely give yourself grace. Beating yourself will not help you get traction, right? There's like nothing good about giving yourself a hard time. It's actually going to slow you down. And giving into feeling bad. So notice I said giving in, because that's what you're doing. You're giving in to feeling bad is nothing more than an unhelpful distraction. So when you give in to feeling bad, what would be useful and maybe a little harsh, but hello, I would go into the bathroom and I'd look into the mirror and say, you're just wasting time. Why are you wasting time? Do you have time to waste? Or do you want, what is my why? Why do I want this? Why do I want a successful business? Because life doesn't always go smoothly. In fact, you can count on that it's hardly ever going to go smoothly. And so you can't let these roadblocks or these, inevitable things that happened get in the way, right? New day, new start. Okay. Now, the other thing is you need to believe in yourself. And this is something that's going to take time. It's going to take time. You don't just wake up one day and say, this would be great if you could, but I've never been able to, starting from where I did 13 years ago, I didn't wake up and say, oh my gosh, I'm so great. I got myself in a lot of trouble, but I'm going to nail it today. It's small incremental action, right? With your mindset, with your business, all the things. So here's how that works. Once you set a goal, I'm going to be a successful virtual assistant. You have to stop overthinking. You have to stop questioning and doubting yourself, and use your brain power to actually take a next step instead of going back over it, okay? Over what feels hard. Now, the thing is that, so I'm going to just highlight this comment from Heather: rewiring our brain through compassion and consistency, just keep going. That's right. So I'm just going to talk about this whole concept of buying a house. So Greg and I bought a house on January 29th, and we're in the process of moving there. So the process of buying a house, you would think would be pretty straightforward. It was not. It was not, and it's one of those things that's interesting because, if I knew how difficult it would be and how many roadblocks we were going to hit ahead of time, I don't know what I would have done. I would have had a different attitude, but I went in with the whole idea was we're going to be living in our new home by April 2024. And I wrote that down, and probably last summer, and it's been on my computer, and I looked at it every day. And there have been so many things that have gotten in the, that had to happen. I looked in my email last night. We looked either online or in person at 49 homes. 49 homes. We visited Virginia, I don't even know how many times, 6 times. I have a map. We went to all these towns. We looked at the restaurants and the stores and what was there, and could we live there? And did we see ourselves there? Then we narrowed it down to house. And that's when the hard work really began, because Greg and I were not always on the same page. We had to work through our differences while maintaining a healthy, lovely marriage, right? And it got pretty emotional at times. And then living through, the termite inspection, and what did they find, and the flood thing, and there was just thing after thing, and it was every single day for 2 months. And then the whole question, were we even going to be approved for the loan? So, Becky says it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. So I just want you to know that things are going to come up all the time. You're going to hurt your toe. You're going to figure out, some crazy thing's going to happen. The faucet's going to break. So when you get clear on what you want, the goal is really, how am I going to accomplish this? Right? Because you're not overthinking. You've decided you're going to have a business. You've decided you want to be a successful virtual assistant. So the question is not, am I going to do this? Can I do this? The question is, What can I do today to make this happen? Do you see how that's different? What can I do today to make that happen? Much different. And you'll see new possibilities, and you'll have different energy, and things will come to you in the shower, while you're taking a walk, while you're cooking, and you'll think, that's what I should do. That's what I should do. So for all of you who are out there and you're, scared and worried and all the things, I want you to know it's normal. And I want you to know that in order to get success into your life in these areas, it's important to shift the way you think and look for what you want and focus on that. Okay, good. Now we have a lot of brand new people in our community. We welcomed so many into VA school. I'm very excited. They got started yesterday, and we have lots of new people who have been introduced to the VA Connection for the first time. So I want to welcome you all, and I want to invite you to come to our free online community on Facebook. It's called the VA Connection. Click the join button, and I would love to welcome you in. We have almost 35,000 members in our community, which is very exciting. And we have lots of opportunities there for free training and all kinds of community. All right, lots of events. So thank you for coming. Keep the goal of what you want to accomplish. I see Dana wrote, she wrote a long quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be encumbered with your old nonsense. This is a new day. Well said. Well said. Thank you, Dana. And we're going to end on that note. Bye for now.